Namaste everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Roots and Voices India. In this session, we will see how to copy a table structure with data, without data. If you want to copy a table from another database, like how we can do it. And we will also see if both the tables are there and I want to copy data from one table to another table, how we can do it. And if you want to create a new table from with the reference of another existing table, like where I want to take all the data and the table structure, how you can do it. And if you want to create a new table from a existing table and where I just want to copy the table structure, how I can do it. I will see all those things in this session. First, we'll see to check how to copy a table structure. So copy both structure and data into a new table. So this is the one which we are going to see. Copy both structure and data into a new table. The select into statement creates a new table with the same structure as the original and copies all data into it simultaneously. That means when you will use the select into statement, that means it will select all the data. That means it will select all the data into the new table from the existing table. So this is the requirement over here. So when we write the query, try to understand what we are writing here. Select means we are selecting data. We are selecting something from this table. So always write this select from table. So we are selecting something from this table only. Then what is our requirement? We are selecting star. Star means all data. Then into means to a new table. So into a new table. So that means we are selecting all the data from one existing table to a new table. So when we'll execute this query, so what kind of thing what is the result we will get? This method typically does not copy constraint. So if you are using any constraint like primary key, foreign keys, or like indexes or auto increment properties in many database system, it will not come, right? Like example, MySQL, some version of SQL server, it might come in SQL server, it should come, but at some version it will not support. That is the thing it is saying. So when you will try to execute this query, we'll see in this session if we'll do this, if we'll perform this one, how it will impact. So, and the second thing what we will see, copy only the table structure, no data. So if I want to create a new table and I don't want any data from the existing table, I just want to copy the table structure. At that time, what do we have to do? So in this case, what we can do, we can write select star into new table name, same from original table name, everything is same till this point. Then what we are doing, where 1 is equal to 0. That means everything, it is saying everything is false. That means it will not copy any data. So when we are writing the where clause, why we are writing where clause? To filter the data from a table. So when we are filtering the data and we are saying everything is all the data within that table is wrong and I don't want those data. So at that point, it will create a blank table. So this method has the advantage of preserving indexes and constraint, which the select into where 101 method might not. So it is saying when we are doing it, so it will it has the advantage to preserving the indexes and constraint. If you want to copy data into an existing table, in this time what all steps we can follow to get those data. So if you want to copy both structure and data into a new table, so if the destination table already exists and has a compatible structure matching columns and data types, you can use the insert into select statement to copy data into it. So what it is saying, we are already having both the table are already there in our database, one having some data and which data I want in a new table. So at that time I can use the insert into select statement. So in this case, like I can get all those data as per my requirement. I can copy those data from one table to another table. So here what it is saying, like you can omit the column name if you are copying all columns in the correct order. For an example, one table having a 10 columns, and one having 5 columns. And I want those 5 columns from the table where 10 columns are there. So at that point, I can select those specific column names as per my requirement, and I can bring those data and I can ingest it here in this new table. Okay, so that is also something we'll see. So these are the things which we are going to discuss. Also, like if you are like if you want to copy data from a different database or schema, at that time how you can do it. So like for an example, I am having two database. Like one is like in and if it is in the same server, then only we can do it. Copy structured data into a new table. So copy table across different database on the same server. You can qualify the table name with the database and schema name. So simple thing we have to do, select star into the destination table, the table where we want to ingest the data, and from the existing table. So this is the way we have to do that thing, the way we are doing in the first command. Select star into the new table from the original table. The same way we can do it over here, only we have to give the database name, like the destination database name and the source database name. In that case, like we will get those data into the like one database to another database. So let's see like how these commands are working, like how we can transfer those data from one table to another table. Okay, let's go to SQL. So as you know, I have already created one table that is our calendar cells. So let's see like what all data available in this table. So we are having these many rows. So I want to create another table where like I will copy all the data and the table structure to that new table. So how we can do it? So in this case, I can write select star into like to which table I want to enter. So I want to give a new table. Okay, and from where I am doing, from the existing table, and the existing table is like our calendar cells. So if I will execute this query, so it is saying like 7 rows affected. So now I will check select star from the new table name. So if I'll put this and I'll run this and I'll check like what all data we're having. See, you can see the data is copied from the old table to the new table. Okay. So if I want to copy only the table structure, what I can do? So in this case, I can write similarly select query, similarly I can write the select query, select star from the table name. Here the which table we am going to copy. So I am going to new copy is the table name. So and what will be this is the destination table name, and what will be the source table? Here my source table is the calendar cells, and here I don't want any data. So similar query only here as it is, only I am writing one where clause where I will restrict all those data. One, okay, equal to 0. So if I'll execute this query, it is saying sorry. So if I want to copy the table structure for one, if I want to copy the table structure from one existing table to another new table, so what I can do, I don't want any data. I just want the table structure here. So what I can write here, select star, then I am trying to ingest data into a existing table. So I will use an into keyword into the destination table name is like, I will take new copy. Then from where I am copying the data? From the source table. This is the source table. And here I don't want any data. So what I can write here, where 1 equals to 0. So that means like, oh, this where clause, what it is saying? Like it is saying like all the rows it is available in this source table are wrong, are false. So it will, if I will execute this query, it is saying 0 rows affected. That means like if I'll check the the table which I have just created, star from the new copy, you will find the table structure, but not, see, the table structure is here, but we are not having any data in this table. So in this way, we can copy the table structure from one existing table and we can create a new table with only the table structure from the existing table. So in this way, we can check like how we can create a new table without data. Similarly, what is our third point? Copy data into an existing table. So right now we are having two existing table. One is new copy, okay. Another one is like calendar cells. So I want to copy data from calendar cells to the new copy. Like how we can do it? So in this case, what I can do? So I want to use insert into the new table. So this is the table new copy. So here like I have to mention all the column names. So here we have those column names. I will copy from here only. Control C. So these are the column names I want. Then what I am doing? Then select. So I want all the stars from the table name. Table is our calendar cell. And if any where clause needed, I can use where clause. I want to use where clause where product is equal to mobile. So if I'll execute this query, see three rows affected. So if I'll check now this table, we'll find all the data in this table now. In this way, we can copy data from one existing table to another existing table. Simple query, we want to insert the data, what all columns I want to insert, like in my destination table. So in my destination table, I want these many columns. As my column counts are same in our calendar cells, what I did, I have taken star. So for an example, if in the new copy table, I am having only these three columns. Okay. So in this case, like I cannot use star over here. I need to take these three columns only here in this select statement, so that I will match the requirement, because like this is the column requirement I am having in the new table, and based on that only I have to select the data from the existing table. I hope this is clear now, how to copy data from one existing table to a another existing table, and how to copy table structure from one existing table to create a new table. And the third one is like how to copy the table structure and data from a existing table to a new table. So we have covered all these 3 points, and this is one of the most asked question in interviews, like how to get data from one existing table to another table, or like how to copy a table structure from one table to another new table. So I hope like this is clear now. If you are having any doubt, please write it in our comment box. So I'll go through it and I'll check, like if required, I'll bring a new video on this thing. Thanks for watching. Take care.